Hey guys, hope you are all doing fine and well. In today's video, I'm going to talk about an important subject, and that is originality. But before I do, I'm going to ask you something. If you enjoy my videos, if you have gotten any kind of value from any of the stuff that I create, please subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to grow this channel into 100k subscribers in 2024. And now I'm still under 100 subscribers, so I need you to subscribe if you haven't already. Because also YouTube algorithms tend to discriminate against channels that have less than 100 subscribers. So if you enjoy my content, if you want to see more of it and better content from me, give me an incentive, subscribe to my channel, and I will keep making good videos for your pleasure. Okay, so let's get into the topic of today, which is, of course, originality. Now, it doesn't matter which field you are in. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you are a teacher or an athlete or an artist or anything. The question of are you original will come up. You might ask yourself that question. Other people might ask you this question. But in my personal experience, I was the only one who was asking myself this question. Am I being original enough? Now, the problem of originality can actually be a hindrance, a hurdle that stops you from creating anything because you think you are not original enough. And so when you have this, when you have this mind shackle, I would call it. It's a shackle that shackles you from actually creating stuff. When you think that you are not original enough and you stop creating, then you end up doing nothing. And if you do nothing, then who cares if you are original or not? Okay? So you shouldn't really let the problem of originality stop you from creating stuff and from producing stuff. Now, in my case, I will talk about the problem of originality when it comes to magic, because I have a background in magic. I think I've talked about this before many times. So when I was learning magic, I've always tried to add my personal touch into the tricks that I was learning, because I knew that if I took the same presentation, the same trick, and do it, then what's the point? I'm just copying another man's work. And I'm not adding anything to it. So it's like plagiarism. It's like plagiarism. But I also fell into the trap of thinking that I need to create my own tricks, that I need to come up with something completely original if I want to really stand out from other magicians. And so what happened is that the more I studied magic, the more I realized that there is hardly anything new for you to create as a magician in the 21st century. Pretty much anything that you think about, someone had already thought about it and had already published it in some book somewhere. So when I was learning, I would find tricks that are being sold right now as DVDs and stuff like that, like modern tricks. But then when you look at them and when you go back to the old literature, you're going to find that the basics, the principles, the fundamentals, the techniques upon which those tricks are built have already been created by someone years ago. So that's when I started to realize that you cannot truly be 100% original. It doesn't exist. There is no person on earth who is 100% original. So you shouldn't be afraid of being unoriginal. Now, what's also happened is that when I had a lot of people that I looked up to in different fields. So let me just stick to magic. So a lot of people, I looked up to many magicians, and I thought that they came up with the stuff they were doing. Like they just thought about it. I thought that it was 100% original. But like I said, the more I studied, the more I went and read books, and I looked through other people's work. I looked through those magicians' influences. In other words, the people that those magicians looked up to. So once I looked at those people's work, at the work of those people, I found a lot of similarities between what they had done and what this guy that I look up to had done as well. So he was also being influenced, and he was also not 100% original, because he was also, I'm not going to say copying, but he was inspired by these people. So it's not 100% original. And so when you think about it, everyone you know, everyone you admire, anyone that you think is 100% original, if you go and look up his influences, the books he reads, the music he listens to, the people he admires from his own field, you're gonna find that he also was inspired and kind of copied many of the things that those people had done. So that shows you that even the people we look up to, even the people that we thought are somehow geniuses and original, they also looked up to other people, and they also imitated other people. I think it was Salvador Dali who said, those who do not want to imitate produce nothing. In other words, if you do not try to imitate someone or a bunch of people, you will not be able to produce anything, because you can't create something out of nothing, can you? Nobody can create something out of nothing. And so when you think about originality this way, and when you think about creativity in this way, you start to realize that creativity is actually reinventing what already exists. So you take what already exists and you try to present it in a different way. Maybe you're going to add your own touch. Maybe you're going to add something, a little touch of originality, but most of it is not going to be completely original if you compare it with the other works. Of course, the moment you add your own touch to whatever you are doing, you make it yours, you make it original to you. If you are going to use original in this way. But like I said, the whole thing didn't come entirely from your brain, okay? You were influenced by other people, you have read other people's work, so you combined all these things to create whatever you have created. I think it was Steve Jobs who said that creativity is just connecting things. So that's why they say you should diversify your influences. You should read as much as you can. You should watch as much as you can of whatever interest you have. So if you are in music, you should listen to as much music as you can. If you are, for me, I was into magic, so I was watching a lot of magicians and a lot of magic shows. If you are a writer, you have to read a lot, etc., etc. And so basically the key to becoming creative, the key to becoming original is to consume. You need to consume content, consume whatever content in the field you are interested in. You have to consume as much as you can so you would know what exists. And then you might take something from here, something from there, mix it all up, connect it all together, and create something that is unique to you. And what you can also do, and what I was also thinking of doing many times, is to combine two contradictory things together and try to create something from them. It's actually kind of a Hegelian dialectics, So this is a perfect example. I am not a Marxist, okay? And I'm using the example of this interpretive method, which is Hegelian dialectics. I'm using it in my own speech to prove a point, to make a point. So I am connecting from different places to create this video that I'm creating right now, which is going to be original to me, because nobody had created something. Nobody had said what I just said in the same way that I did. Although everything I've said now, I am pretty sure somebody else had said this before. I am pretty sure. But I did connect from different places. So let me continue on this point when it comes to Hegelian dialectics. So the Hegelian dialectics is basically you have a thesis, antithesis, and then from them you try to come up with a synthesis, which is a solution to these two contradictory premises. So you can do the same thing when it comes to creative work. You can take fields or two things that are not, how to say, they do not go together. Things that do not go together, and once you mix them up, you will create something unique that had never been done before, and that way you will be original in your own way. So yeah, this is what creativity is all about. You will never be original 100%. Mark Twain said that all ideas are secondhand, whether consciously or unconsciously. They come from millions of outside sources, so no idea is original. Nobody has completely pure original ideas. Nobody is completely purely original. Everybody has his own influences. Everybody has his own his own source of material that he actually picks from and combines to create whatever he is creating. So yes, do not fear plagiarism. Do not fear being an imitation of someone else. You need to start creating, and once you create, once you get the snowball rolling, then you're gonna start to tweak, and then you will start to find your own way of doing things. You're gonna find your own style. You're gonna find your own voice. You're gonna find your own method of doing whatever you are trying to do. But it all starts with doing, and it all starts with imitating and being inspired from other people. Anyone who tells you I'm not inspired by nobody is a liar. It is what it is. Everybody is inspired by somebody else. No one comes from nowhere and comes up with ideas from out of the blue. It doesn't exist. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you didn't enjoy it, let me know why in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you actually like my video, if you think it's worth watching, send it to one of your friends. 1 or 2 or 3, or as much as you can. Remember, it's free to subscribe. It's free to send the video to your friend. It's something that they could watch, and you can guys, discuss it later on when you meet. Discuss the question of originality, if you agree with me or not, and have a lively discussion based on this video that I just created. So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.